New tonight, a tiny Texas town of about 250 people has 50 sworn police officers.
A town with 250 people has 50 police officers?
That seems like a bit much.
On the
There's one cop for every 5 people.
About Coffee City, that's up in Henderson County, some 3 hours north of Houston. They have one cop for every 5 residents. And what's more, Jeremy Rogowski discovered many of...
But what? No. Do you know this is corrupt? There's something corrupt.
Something's going on.
Off the bat. Am I right, Virgie? You sent it.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Those officers have a history of problems wearing the badge.
On the banks of Lake Palestine, some 3 hours north of Houston, this dot on the map has quite a reputation among those who drive through.
So it's like
So it's a massive speed
like
trap.
Golden Beach. Like Golden Beach in South Florida.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere.
Golden Beach.
Run back and forth. Back and forth.
A lot of officers policing a very small number of people.
Only 249 people, says the sign on the edge of town.
That's
And when you
insane.
add up all the full-time cops and reserves,
50 officers.
Good Lord.
All right, man. You like to see homos naked?
That's crazy.
I like this
It's
guy.
such a small town. Why do we need so many? Makes no sense. Why do you need that many officers?
Coffee City hauled in $1 million
All right, that was kind of a cool fact.
Yeah, Coffee City had brought in $1 million in the same way Golden Beach is. This Golden Beach in Florida is like this, like where it's a tiny, like it's a 2 mile by 2 mile town. It's very small by the beach, but you have to drive through on A1A. So if you go 32 over, they'll fucking pull you over, give you a ticket. They don't give a fuck.
in court fines last year for more than 5,000 violations, officers wrote, the most in the state for a town its size.
So they take all this federal and state money, spend it on officers, and then the town just like pockets $1 million, which wouldn't even pay for the officers.
Correct.
This shit gets so much worse.
Okay.
But this isn't a story about a small town writing a bunch of tickets. You see, Coffee City is a magnet for troubled cops.
Somebody grew up liking John Stossel.
A magnet? Yeah. Oh God. You're right. You're right.
This guy's like wants to be John Stossel.
I'll
From
take
the way he talks to the shitty covers.
You know what? I would love. I take that. Good.
No, I like this guy, but I'm just
We
saying
need more
you can tell this guy
Stossels.
liked John Stossel a lot.
By the end of this video, you're gonna fucking love this guy.
Okay.
He rules.
Writing a bunch of tickets. You see, Coffee City is a magnet for troubled cops.
How do we know? KHOU 11 investigates obtained personnel records from
Oh yeah.
other police agencies.
Really?
Found more than half of Coffee City officers had been suspended, demoted, terminated, or dishonorably discharged from their previous job.
Okay. Now that's different. Now hold on.
This is like one of those. This is like one of those parishes where they sent like all the child molesters.
Yeah, dude. So this isn't. I will say this. This is not like Golden Beach, because Golden Beach, quite the opposite. To work at Golden Beach, you have to have like served at other police departments and like immaculate record. Like you want that gig. You want the Golden Beach gig because it's an easy gig. This is
And
like
they also don't have Golden Beach. Also doesn't have 500 police officers.
good
It
point.
has, like,
Good
10
point.
at
Good point.
Amelia.
Good point. Yeah.
Jobs. A dozen were even criminally charged.
I was astounded to think that they've been hired by another agency.
Greg Freeman is a Sam Houston State criminal justice professor and retired Houston police
How did
captain.
a
I've never
wrestler
seen
get a
anything
college
like
named
that in
after
my
No different
professional
guy.
career, and I've seen a lot.
Their prior discipline ranges from excessive force to public drunkenness, untruthfulness, and association with known criminals.
Oh.
Criminal charges include DWI, theft, aggravated assault, family
Jesus.
violence, and endangering a child.
You know.
Oh my God.
You know, we talk about shitty, like Mersh, you brought up the other things earlier, like the graphics was cool, and this is pretty cool. Let's give it, because we see a lot of shitty local news. Let's give it a K Houston 11, because
We're actually putting some
They
effort in.
put
making
effort
it
into
look
this
and
shit,
sound
yeah.
The
The
audio's
and
good
doing
too.
real news.
yeah, this is good.
If you
Yeah.
knowing
Hey, other news people, do what
Do
be
this.
like those guys.
Do this, please.
are hiring an officer that has a very troubled past and history and has no business to be wearing a uniform, and it's a very, very precarious slope that
Whoa, sorry, Frozen.
city is engaging in by hiring.
This is the man who hired them. Chief John J. Portillo quadrupled the department's size since he took the job
What? So he's doing favors for other departments, guaranteed.
2 years ago. He says to provide 24/7 coverage for the town.
No, you do not need 50 people, 50 cops for 250 people. You do not. 10. You need 10 cops. Maybe 20.
Why would you?
No, because I'm talking also office jobs. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
You hire so many people with all these red flags?
There's more to just what's on paper.
No, that's literally all you go on when you prosecute people.
And that's where I rely on my captain and my background investigators to go in and dig and say, hey, what's the truth behind this?
The chief says criminal charges were often dismissed.
Of course, because cops look out for each other.
Dishonorable discharges overturned. He claims most applicants hired got on the wrong side of agency politics.
Oh, okay, guys, they were on the wrong side of agency politics.
If you go back to the totality of a lot of these officers' stuff, I would say 75%, or not more, they're being retaliated against from their agency.
Retaliate? Mm-hmm. Why would you take a chance, Chief?
I try to look at the good in
Guy
everybody,
rules.
and I believe everybody deserves an opportunity.
You give a lot of opportunities.
I don't know who this reporter is, but I want more of his stuff.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The opportunity to wear a badge allows his officers to work extra jobs, which can mean real money, $50 an hour or more.
For overtime.
I mean, let's not hide it from anybody. They're making probably about 80 to 100,000 a year.
They're making, sorry, Virgie, they're making 80 to 100K a year?
Yeah. No, it gets worse. It gets so much worse. So fucking he was putting them down for full time so that they could go work those other jobs that were being where they were contracting police, but they weren't working full time. It's a fucking town of 250 people, and there's fucking cops for every 5 people. So
and I asked Portillo directly, does he get a cut of his officers' extra job wages? Twice during our interview, the chief said no. The only money he makes from extra jobs is from the ones he works himself. And that takes us from Coffee City to Houston and what's coming up tomorrow night.
This is great. Yeah, I just read ahead a little bit, a story about this. So like half a dozen of these cops that are full-time weren't even working in Coffee City. They were working from home in Houston.
Hold on. Yeah, we got more videos coming.
Coffee City, Texas, a small town of about 250 people and 50 police officers on the force.
Our investigative team dug through records and found half of those officers had been suspended, demoted, or fired from previous jobs, some even criminally charged.
And Jeremy Rogowski discovered the man who hired them can have a short fuse when dealing with others who wear the badge.
Oh, really?
Here in Harris County.
Yeah.
Coffee City's police chief.
So this is Jeremy Rogowski. We gotta remember this
200
guy.
miles away at this Houston apartment complex. And on this day, watch how John J. Portillo behaves.
So this is the guy that was like, I find the good in people, right? This is the same guy, Virgie, the one that's I find the good in people.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I have to call Garcia and tell him he's going to be this next election.
Call Garcia, tell him he's going to be fucked this next election. Oh, is that the weird department politics you were talking about earlier?
An expletive-filled rant launched at the elected constable of Harris County Precinct 2, Jerry Garcia.
I'll call Garcia right now.
Grateful Dead?
Look, Jerry
tell
Bear's
he's
been
an
dead
ass.
forever,
Tell him
man.
he's a fucking piece of shit, or his chain of command
Portillo
is.
wanted Precinct 2 to file
As he-
charges on a man he says assaulted him at the complex. It was just one of many requests the constable says kept coming in from off-duty Coffee City cops.
Which at first was, no big deal. We help anybody and everybody. But then we noticed that it was becoming a pattern.
That pattern, the constable says, was draining resources. So Garcia reached out to the Harris County District Attorney's Office.
And we were advised to tell Chief Portillo that he had to file the charges.
But when deputies did just...
Mayo Riot's right, $2. Actual journalism is jarring in 2023. It is.
It really is, right?
Like, I'm intrigued. This is what journalists should be.
Just that, Portillo left a nasty voicemail.
And your captains, lieutenants, or whoever those numbnuts are that you have working for you, tell them your guys not to help us out.
It saddened me, it upset me to hear that. This isn't something small. This is pretty upsetting.
What upset the constable even more, the response his agency got back after alerting Coffee City's mayor. I don't see very much there that warrants any disciplinary action from the city, the mayor wrote. The officers are contracted by the property for off-duty police protection. You may want to reach out to them with any complaints.
Didn't think that it merited any disciplinary action against him. It's crazy.
Greg Freeman is a Sam Houston State criminal justice professor and retired Houston police captain.
Basically, you're enabling bad behavior now. And that's exactly what the mayor has done.
So what does Chief Portillo have to say for himself?
I was amped up. And I apologized to my city council, at city council.
Did you apologize to Constable Garcia?
No, I haven't had a chance. I haven't
What do you mean? You have his phone number.
talked to him.
The cussing incident happened 6 months ago.
6 months ago, and he didn't have a chance to apologize to the constable.
Is that the real John J. Portillo that people are seeing in this video?
No, I don't just go off the handle.
Well, you did here.
Yeah, because I got socked in the face. I was mad. And I was upset because they wouldn't, help
They wouldn't do what I told them to do.
Also, this
I'm
guy,
a
you can just
5-star
tell he's a
man.
Typical copper. He's a fucking idiot.
This guy's fucking
He's
trash.
a corrupt idiot.
Yeah.
me file the charges.
It's not the only example we found that calls into question Portillo's character
Oh, really? There's more?
and integrity. In his application to become Coffee City's chief, he never listed this, a DWI charge out of Florida in which he failed to appear in court.
He pulled a Dutch.
Why wouldn't you disclose that, Chief?
Didn't disclose. It was over 10 years ago.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You had an
Doesn't
active
matter.
warrant.
Huh? That was disposed of.
No, it wasn't. Court records show the day after our interview, Portillo hired a Florida defense attorney who filed a not guilty plea in the case.
Well.
This
From the
guy.
looks of it, you weren't being truthful on the application to which you hold the job this day. Chief?
Yeah.
Chief?
Hello?
I mean, but
You-
that's
you
not
there?
what it is. I'm not being truthful.
But you are.
Forgot?
I put down
I plumb forgot.
everything that was in my mind when I filled out my application to the best of my knowledge.
Well, that same job application states there are criminal consequences for lying on a
Well, there can't possibly be any more.
Investigation leads to changes at a
God.
Texas police department.
But
This
there's
week,
more.
we've showed you how the town of Coffee City, 3 hours north of Houston, is a magnet for cops with troubling backgrounds.
Now the chief is temporarily shutting down a division that works here in Harris County after Jeremy Rogowski
Really?
questioned whether
Time for the sheriffs to come in, because that's what happens when they shut down police department. The sheriff comes in and takes over.
it's legal.
Coffee City, Texas, a dot on the map with barely 250 residents, has a police force of 50 officers.
All right,
5
guys, you're
times the
overusing
number
that
of
now.
cops than any other Texas town its size. And that's not the only thing unusual or odd.
Turns out there are a half dozen full-time Coffee City police officers who don't even work in Coffee City, Texas.
That's what you were saying, Rich?
Instead, they work from home, more than 3 hours and nearly 200 miles away in Houston.
That's awesome.
It's hard to believe that is happening.
Greg Freeman is
How do you work from home as a cop?
a Sam Houston State criminal justice professor.
I've never seen anything like that. There are a 100 questions that come to my mind.
Who are these officers? This internal email shows they're part of a warrant division. It reads, there is no need to go to Coffee City because you will be spending 95% of your time on the phone, calling people who have outstanding warrants and collecting failure to appear fines. And because it's a full-time position, there's an added perk.
It gives them the ability to go work an extra job.
Coffee City Chief John J. Portillo concedes they're on the books as full-time because state law only allows full-time cops to work extra security jobs. At this Houston apartment complex, some Coffee City warrant officers do just that and make more than $50 an hour.
Just unbelievable, bro.
What if I told you it actually gets worse?
It can't possibly.
No, come on, man.
They work 2-3 days a week, 4 days a week.
But is it all above board? The warrant division is a performance-based division, and officers' pay is based on the failure to appears they collect.
Oh my God! It's like fucking telemarketing.
Yeah, it's
Holy
commission.
fuck! It's commission
You're working
based.
for a collection agency.
They're basically
From
bounty
home.
hunters in a way.
Freeman says that amounts to a commission for collecting fines.
It doesn't make any sense. From an ethical perspective, it just screams questions about the legitimacy of what they're doing.
That's because state law requires full-time peace officers to get paid at least at the federal minimum wage. But again, at the Coffee City Warrant Division,
The court gives them $150 for each warrant that they clear.
So they don't earn a salary apart from that $150?
No, sir. No, sir.
A head?
Correct.
They get.
Correct.
Okay. Is that legal?
This guy, what's this? I'm sorry, first reporter to me. This guy fucking rules. Good for this guy.
Oh, I believe so.
You're the cop. You need to know the law.
Notice
That's your
the
job.
blinking.
Yeah.
2 days after our interview, Coffee City PD changed course, sending out this email to warrant detectives that said, due to unforeseen difficulties, the program has been suspended until such time as I can make sure that we are in compliance with labor laws.
I like that he just keeps like reacting. Like this cop's the equivalent of the guy that like keeps going back deleting like tweets and shit that are already archived.
Holy shit, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah. This
So
is nuts.
whose job is it to police the police? The Department of Public Safety enforces any extra job
Well, there's an amendment.
violations. The Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, or TCOL, has the power to suspend or revoke a peace officer's license. That agency confirms to us it does have an open investigation into the Coffee City Police Department.
A lot of eyebrows, Jeremy. Thank
That's it? Oh my God. This is crazy. Holy fuck. Like,
What a rabbit hole.
What? I was going to say, this rabbit hole got deeper and deeper. Virgie, keep an eye on this. Any updates?
I am.
need any.
This is amazing.
And check out more of this guy's work. I like this guy.
Yeah, this Rogowski guy.
This
he's
guy
fantastic.
fucking rules.
Dude, even to his hand, like his hand mannerisms and stuff too. He's a Stossel.
Yeah.
He was wearing the Stossel shirt jacket.
He was.
Dude.
You're right. You're right.